Hello everyone, welcome back to our new session in Connecting Dots Academy. Today we'll be learning about how to create seasons greetings using Python coding. Python always have shortcuts for us. Once you have installed the program within your computer or device, you are ready for the coding. Python has IDE, which is free, and you can create beautiful posters in the IDE. So, before we proceed, do not forget to subscribe my channel if you haven't yet, and don't forget to hit the bell icon not to miss any future notification. So the agenda for today's session is that we'll be learning about how we can install Python within our computer, how we can see the working of the IDLE interface, and then we will learn through basic functions and some random functions how we can create beautiful heart pattern and send it to your near and dear ones at the end of this year. So let's zoom in. So first of all, you will go to the official website of Python, and from here you will download the Python within your computer. And within downloading option, don't forget to choose the latest version of Python, and also please remember to choose the correct operating system that your device has. After that, double click on the file link and install the Python by double checking the option of install launcher for all users and add Python to the path. Run the program within your device. So now you are all set ready to work with the Python. After that, you will open within the search menu, you will write IDLE and you will click on the option of IDLE that you get. Now you are all set ready to work here. This is the shell window. Here also you can write the code. However, it is not recommended to write multiple lines programs within the shell window. So open a new file from the file menu and then you will click on a new file and save your file as a name you want. For example, seasonsgreetings.py. After that, you can write the first line of code, that is import turtle. Import turtle means you are asking from Python that you want to use all the commands that it has. After that, you will first of all choose a background color, which is turtle.bg color. You can choose the color you want. In this example, I've chosen the background color as black. In the third line of code, you can write the object turtle. You can choose the turtle name as T or any letter you want, but you have to remember that the second two words, that is turtle.turtle, that has to be fixed. One is the module name and the second one is the class name. After that, you can write the turtle.color. That means we are assigning some color to the turtle, right? And this can be a contrast color to that of the background. Here I've chosen it red. You can now check the 4 lines of code by clicking on the run button. So click on run module, and then click OK because it needs to be saved and overwritten. And right here, this is the home position of the turtle. In this case, if you see the screen, you have to imagine it like a coordinate axis. So the first one, the horizontal one, is the x-axis and the vertical one is the y-axis. After that, we want our heart shape right at the origin. That means where the two axes meet. Now, while drawing the heart shape, we have to divide the heart into 4 parts. So the first part, second part, third part, and the fourth part. So coming to the first part, so while drawing the first part of the heart, we have to remember that the turtle by default starts from the origin, which is the home position, and it is 0, 0. Now it has a direction towards the positive x-axis. So we have to turn a certain degree while starting to draw the first part of the heart. So that degree has been found to be exactly 140 degree. And this you can ask that how can I understand it as 140 degree? Yes, I can understand it through trial and error method. So after drawing the first, turning the turtle, then I have to move forward a certain degree. This particular distance can be variable. Like if I want a bigger heart, this can be more. If I want a smaller size heart, then I can make it less. So coming to the second part, you can understand that it is a part of the circle. And this part is very similar to a semicircle. Now you know that the central angle of a semicircle is 180 degrees, right? But you can see that this part of the heart is closer to semicircle, but not exactly a semicircle. So the central angle will be slightly more than 180 degrees. This is exactly 200 degrees. Now you can ask that how can I understand it 200 degree? Again, the answer is through trial and error method. Now, if I want to draw particularly this particular arc, the second part of the heart, then I will write turtle dot circle because it's a part of a circle. And then I will write minus 50, which is the radius of the circle, and then comma 200. 200 is the central degree. It is a part of the circle, not the full circle. Hence, you can ask now why we have put the minus sign. So we have to remember, while we put a minus sign, it means that we are moving towards the right. So since we have started from this position, after the ending of the first part of the heart, we are moving towards the second part. So it's towards the right of us or the right of the turtle. And hence we have put a minus sign. And this degree is exactly 200 degrees. Now coming to the third part of the heart. Now while drawing the third part of the heart, which is very symmetrical to the second part of the heart, we have to turn our turtle to certain degree before it starts. And this degree is 60 degree. So we have to write, before we write the exact code for the second part of the heart, sorry, we have to turn our turtle by 60 degree with the code t turtle dot set h as 60 degree. And then we can write exactly the code for what we have written for the second part of the heart, that is turtle dot circle minus 50 comma 200. Now after we are done with the third part, the fourth part is again very symmetrical and exactly symmetrical to the first part of the heart, and hence we can move forward the same distance what we have taken for the first part of the heart. Now let's start doing the turtle. Now before we start, I will start with writing a comment which starts with a hashtag sign. So I'm writing the heart. Even if you do a spelling mistake here, it doesn't matter. It's just for our understanding. So we can write t dot left because you remember that it starts from our home position and it is exactly 140 degrees. So after t dot left, we will write forward distance. It can be variable. I have taken it here as 100 pixels. Now after this, we can check the two lines of code by run function. So I will just run module and I will click OK. And here I will see that yes, I have started with the first part of the heart. Now coming to the second part of the heart. The second part of the heart, if you remember, it's a part of a circle. So I will write t dot circle and I will write in parenthesis minus 50 comma 200. Minus 50 is the radius and 200 is the central angle of the particular circle. Now I will run. I will check with the run module, run function, and I will just click OK and I will check. Yes, it's come. Okay. Now coming to the third part of the heart. So after closing this, I can continue writing the code. If you remember, first we have to turn our turtle by 60 degrees. So I can write t dot set h, comma 60 degrees. Okay. Then I can simply copy line number 10 because it's symmetrical to the exact arc, isn't it? So I can write t dot circle minus 50 comma 200. I can now run it, check and click OK. And I will check. Yes, it's coming exactly what's expected. Now, coming to the last part of the heart, so I will simply write that t dot, I will simply copy line number 9, that is a command C, control C or command C, and then I will write t dot forward 100 pixels. I will check using the run module, and I will click OK, and I will check, yes, second, third, and fourth part. So our heart is complete here. Now we need to put some colors to our heart. So in order to put colors to our heart, we can write 3 lines of code. The first one, remember that we are starting to write before we have started writing the shape of the heart. So T dot begin fill and T dot fill color. So these are the 2 lines of code, and within parentheses in the second line, we can write the color we want. You can change it to your wish, whichever color you want. Remember, we have to end the code. So after we have written the shape of the heart, we will write T dot end underscore fill and parenthesis. So let's check using the run module. Remember the sequence here, run and then click OK. So we have got a red colored heart across a black background. Now, if you remember, our objective is not only to draw a bigger heart at the origin, which is 0, 0, but a set of colorful hearts across it, which can be smaller in size. And along with it, I want also to write a particular quote or wish you want. So in order to meet that objective, we have to understand a concept called arrays. Okay, so array is a special variable which can hold more than one value at a time. Now I'll tell you what is an array. For example, in this case, I'm taking the array name as colors, and within the colors, I can put a third bracket and put a multiple colors that I want to choose within for the heart to be taken. So here I've taken it as 3 variables. It can take the variable as orange, it can take a variable as yellow, and it can take a variable of blue. Now here, first you have to declare what is an array. For example, I've declared it already, and then I have to use or call the array within my program for using the for loop. So I will write for C in colors. C can be a variable. It can take T, you can take L, any letter you want. You can take for C in colors. So color is a set of array. And here I have to, along with it, I have to also call for a random function. So let's start with writing the function. So here I will start with writing the turtle. So along with, I will go to line number 2 and I will import random along with the turtle. This is the first important step. Second important step is I will declare what is an array. But before that, let me write the comment. So comment set of random hearts. So I will write it like that. And then I can simply write it as the color, declare the color array. So I will write colors equal to, I'll put a third bracket. Remember the type of bracket we use. Otherwise, it will show an error. So the third bracket, and I will put quotes within it, and I can put the color I want. Here I've taken orange. Then I will distinguish the other element using a comma, and then I will write the other color. For example, I will not choose red because the bigger heart I have chosen is as red. So I will choose blue here, and then I can choose a third element as, for example, pink. Okay, so I have declared the array. So this is the second important thing we have done. Now I will call for each element. So using a for loop, as I told. So I will write for C in colors. Please remember the spellings we are using. So I will put a colon, dot, dot, and here I will put enter. So it will create a gap, and I will start with T dot pen up. Okay. And then I will write T dot, for example, set X. This I will explain. So set X, and within bracket, I will write, for example, random dot rand int, because I'm not deciding the position, a specific position. I'm choosing it randomly. The position of the heart, I'm choosing it randomly. Now before, so this is the X also, it is choosing randomly. And similarly, it is choosing the Y variable also randomly. Okay, so I will simply write T dot set Y. T dot pen up, T dot set X. I will simply copy it, Control C or Command C, and I will just paste it, and I will change it to Y. Okay. So its position, it is defining it randomly. Now I'll explain you why, because I want the random, I'm deciding the position right here. So I'm deciding the coordinate as the X value to be minus 300 to plus 300. Similarly, I'm choosing the Y as minus 300 to plus 300 to minus 300. That means what? That the heart, so the colorful heart, can be anywhere within this location. Okay, so I'm deciding the position for the colorful heart. This is the first important step. Now the second thing we have to remember that just we will write it T dot pen down. So after deciding the position, I will write the T dot pen down. I'm not using the go to function here. Okay, now I will set a color. So I have chosen the color from the array. So I will write not a particular color, but any variable that is C that I have written it here. Now I will copy the code of the heart. Okay, so I will write Control C or Command C and I will simply paste it here. Okay, so let's paste it here. Remember that we have to respect this gap. Okay, because if you don't respect this gap, it will show error. So just rearrange them using the gaps. Okay, this we call it as indented in Python. And these gaps are very important, students. Please remember it and just put the gap. Okay, now come after it's all the set, we have to make a smaller heart, right? We have copied from the previous big heart. So here, first of all, change the color to C because the C will be taken from the array. Second important thing is I want a smaller heart. So I will change the forward value. Okay, so I can take it, for example, 25. And similarly, I want a smaller part of the arc. So instead of 50, I will take minus 13. And this one also minus 13 because it's symmetrical. And the last part of the heart as 25. Okay, so here we have taken it and now check it using the run module. So let's click OK. And then here we find the bigger heart and yeah, we can maximize it. Yeah, its heart is coming. So it's showing some error. So we have done a little bit mistake here. So let's check here. Okay. Yeah. So we can change it here. Remember that we are setting the head as 0 because by default it is not at 0. Initially, if you remember, while we had drawn the bigger heart, the by default position was towards positive x-axis. And here it is not like that because it is already programmed on the bigger heart, isn't it? Hence, we have to redeclare that we want the position every time. It should start from the direction of positive x-axis. And hence, we have taken this particular code that is t.setH0. Okay, so this code is very important. Now, let's check it. Let's run module. And here, this is the bigger heart. And here, yes, we are now finding the colorful hearts. That is a 3 array. So it's taking orange, blue, and pink. Okay. Now for more number of hearts, because I not only want 3 hearts, I want more. So I have to use a second loop, second for loop. Okay. That we call it as nested loop. So we are using 2 for loops together and hence we call it as nested loop. Now let's write down here. So where we have started writing the colors after declaring the arrays. So we can write for I in range. Here I can declare the number. I have taken it 0 to 4. That means it will take the value of 1, 2, 3, 4. That means 4 orange hearts, 4 blue hearts, and 4 pink hearts. That means total 12 hearts. 4 times 3 is 12. You can change this number if you want based on the number of hearts you want in your diagram. I have taken it as 4. After putting the colon mark, we have to put enter. And here I will just do it. Respect this gap. So this gap is very important. Now here you will see that automatically line number 23, the gap is removed. So we have to just put a backspace and press re-enter so that the gap position, the gap is redefined. Okay. So this is a nested loop. You can check that there are 2 for loops together. There are 2 colon marks together and we are using it, the 2 for loops together. So just adjust the gaps now. So let me adjust the gaps. Okay. Yeah. This gap is called indented in Python. And so we have used 2 gaps here since it is 2 for loops. So just readjust the gaps and then we are all set and done. So yeah, the last line. Okay, now after that, let's run the module. So this is a 2 for loops. And then let's check it using the run module and click OK. And here we get one big heart right here and a set of random colorful hearts across -300 to 300 position for X and Y axis. Okay. So here we get. Now for writing a code, we have to use another function. We call it as turtle.write. Okay. So here within write, we write the code we want to make turtle write. So this we call it as argument. Here it is variable. Here I've taken it as Happy New Year, but you can choose the code that you want to write. You can experiment with it. But here you need not change the function. So that is a function that Turtle understands that we have to write something on it. So if you want to change the font or font size or font color, then you have to use this particular code within the same brackets or same parenthesis. Just write font equal to and then start the second bracket again. And within bracket, within quotes, you can write the font name. You can take other font name like Calibri Times New Roman. I have taken the font name as Freestyle Script. Okay. And this is 120 is the font size. I can make it bigger or smaller based on the wish I want. And then I will just put quotes as normal. So instead of normal, I can write bold, italic, or anything. Okay. So this doesn't matter. Remember, these students, that we have to put the quotes wherever I have used it, and we have to put the parenthesis also accordingly. So if you start a parenthesis, please remember to close it. Otherwise, it will show an error. For example, I've started it right here. I've opened a second smaller bracket here, and then I'm closing each bracket. Now, let's see our output. This one was our output. So first of all, I have to remember that where I want to write the text. Okay. So for that, I want to write it here. So I have to lift my pen up or lift the turtle up, and I have to go to this particular position, and then I can start writing, isn't it? So here I have to first write the goto function. So let me write first the goto function. Let me write as in the comment. So write a code. Let me write it, the comment first, writing a code. And then I can start writing. Now remove all the gaps. So the for loop is over. That means gaps are over. So let me first lift my turtle and go to a particular position. So go to this position can be -350. I've taken it as -350, comma -350. Okay. And then I will lift my, I will keep my pen down. So T dot pen down, and I will put the brackets. So I've moved, I've particular went to this position. Then I will use the write function, WRITE, T dot write. And within that, I will write the argument or the quote I want. So I've written it Happy New Year here. And here I can simply write check. So I will just run module and click OK. And I'm seeing that, yes, the hearts, the bigger heart, then the random colored heart, and finally the Happy New Year, which is very, very small, isn't it? So I have to change it. I have to add font color, font size to it. So I'll simply write font equal to, and then bracket starts. And within bracket, I can write within quotes the font name. I have taken it as Freestyle Script. So Freestyle Script, I find it suitable here. So here, then after that comma, you can write the font size. You can change the number. I have taken it 120. So here, after that, you can write normal. Okay. So let me now run it. And here I'm seeing that it's taking as the bigger heart, random hearts, and then it's Happy New Year. Okay. So we are done with our project here, right here, doing the colors. For example, I want my color of I want to change the writing part in different color. So I can write it, for example, red. If you want some other colors, you can experiment with it. So this is our, each time, remember, once we run the program, each time the position of the colorful hearts changes and it is chosen randomly. Okay. So here I've changed it to -300, 300 and -200. And here you can also change the code or writing text. You can change the colors Okay, you can change the array set of colors. So let me run it and you will see that it is changing the position again. So that's the beauty of this, and that's the beauty of random function, because you have imported it, right? Import the random function.
So we have come to an end of today's session. I hope that you have understood how we can create the heart and create season's greetings using this tutorial. Do not forget to write your experience within this comment section right below. So thank you for watching. Have a nice day.